boy, it looks like we got some bad actors in our midst. Oh, yes, sirree. It seems like we got another one.
What the fuck?
That's right, guys. We're going to be talking about another bad actor. Now, if you don't know who this YouTuber is, if you don't know who James Bear is, he's a YouTube animator with over 300,000 subscribers, with a loyal and consistent fan base who appreciates the work that he does. And not only that, but he's been recently uploading short animations, with one of them being called Eyes. Now, not focusing on the video itself, but more or less the comments, is just basically nothing but cheers and praise for James, as he's really celebrated in his community of fans. He makes wholesome content. He makes wholesome videos, and honestly, how can you lie? He makes a nice videos, and the animation style is pretty great. However, some talks have been making its rounds, especially on Twitter, in regards to James in the last couple of days being brought back due to his, I guess you can say, new waves of success, and to put it quite frankly as to what he did without reading a fucking book, without reading a 182-page doc or a twit longer. I don't know, but I'm not reading it. But if you want me to give you the TLDR of the whole situation, just in short term, he had naughty no relations with his 9-year-old sister when he was just 13. Yeah. Fuck. And this in of itself at the surface already sounds disgusting and looks horrible, and it's just gonna get more disgusting and, dare I say, more deplorable, as the 182-page document, twit longer, whatever the hell it is, details the person's experience with James, as well as going over the allegations that sparked the talks on Twitter. And it seems more and more a lot of people are starting to understand what he did, and you even have people who's been involved with James, who's been associated with James, coming out with their own experiences as well. With this 182-page document detailing and showing screenshots and evidence against James Bear. Now, again, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Fuck that shit if you think I'm reading that, because it's full of cancer, and I'd rather not read all of that cancer. So instead, I'm just going to give you guys another TLDR of the situation with the help of a screenshot message from Twitter DMs. And it seems like James himself gave his thoughts on the events, and it seems like he self-admitted to these actions that he committed upon his little sister. So here the Twitter DM goes as follows. It all began in February 2013 when I began to get a little friend called depression. I didn't know at the time, and I did something terrible. I had sex with my sister, which at the time I was 13 and she was 9. Fuck. If it makes you feel better, I'm suffering emotionally, and I did it because of depression. Someone told me that depression can't make you do things. We've been doing it till, I'm gonna say, between 2015 and 2016, and I know it still affects me. In 2014, I got beat up outside in the cold winter night and got sick, and that sickness could have killed me. In 2015, I gotten sick again, but while I was sick, I cried myself to sleep and began to lose friends. My depression kept getting to me. My dad emotionally abused me too. And so January 23rd, 2016, I began to feel like shit, and I nearly took my own life. But I didn't, and went to sleep. My friend Alex, I told him on that day that I should, and I forgot to tell him that I'm going to sleep. He got worried and phoned RCMP, and they took me to the hospital, and they were checking me out to see if I'm okay, but I was. So yeah, I gotten sick again, but I'm okay. So yeah, that's what happened, but don't tell anyone, by the way. Emojis of a couple of what the fuck? Okay, first of all, my apologies if I sound mentally challenged for reading that, but too many grammar mistakes for me to keep reading that and not not even stumble upon my words. Yeah, like that's what I do when I see grammar mistakes. But now, and this is something that I and a lot of people can honestly say and vouch for and with me. You can point out numerous things that I and anyone else can find wrong with this message, but the fact that he's begging for pity over his depression, like he's saying mainly his depression is the reason that he fucked his sister. Like I truly don't get it, nor do I understand. Like I'm pretty sure everyone else will agree with me on this. I say that, and out of all of this cancer, he ended the message with emojis. Like, the fuck? What was it then? Because obviously it was something big to the point it could get you in jail. We both had sex, and I regret doing it. And I'm sorry, just reading this shit is fucking blowing my mind. Sorry, I'll continue. It emotionally brings me down when I have fuckers bringing it up. How would you go to jail for that? I mean, yeah, it's incest, but at the same time, it sounds like it was forceful. It wasn't because we both wanted to do it, but I'm ashamed for what I did. I might have made some things up because how scared I was because of that person spreading this bullshit, but I don't make things up when I say this after we did that. It actually brings me down to see people bullying her, and it feels like it's my fault. They obviously don't know, but I feel bad. I feel so bad. I feel bad so much for my sister. What the fuck? I feel retarded reading all of this shit. Even if it's awkward to even look at her, I just let it slide. When that immature cunt brings it up, I get so frustrated and scared. James, you had intercourse with your sister. I had so many assholes telling me that. Yeah, I did. But I felt bad. I felt ashamed as well. Then why did you do it in the first place? You know it was wrong. Then why did you do it? It doesn't make a difference. It happened. Things don't just disappear. It's like saying the sexual harassment that happened to me in the past no longer matters. Shit stays forever, dude. You gotta live with it for the rest of your life. Okay, look. It was in the past. I learned from that, and I realized that it was wrong. And me and my sister, made up, and we still love each other. I would really appreciate it if you don't bring this up ever, because what happened in the past stays in the past, and yeah, it will stay with me forever, but I have to move on and accept on what I did was wrong. Living with the past isn't going to get me anywhere. What happens now matters. What matters now is what I do for the people I care about. So again, I'd appreciate if you don't bring this up. What I did stays private, and if I ever catch you saying this or somewhat, I'll have to cut you off communications with you from everything. Wow. James Bear, you are degenerate, a pussy, and a bitch. Those were some leaked DM messages that got leaked, and honestly it seems like James didn't want all of this to become really public from how he's talking to his friend or this guy, whomever this person Gunner may be. I'm not really sure. James wanted this to die down as soon as possible, or if he could, to keep the situation private, as he told the person to stop bringing it up, and if he kept bringing it up, he was going to cut him off. Like, I assume this guy is his friend or something, so why would you cut it off? It's not like this dude Gunner committed naughty no relations to your sister. You did, James, and how you're treating this dude like he's the bad guy in this situation is amazingly strange. Maybe you don't believe that you're not in the wrong for this, since he got James saying that the situation is in the past, and that, you know, James himself has learned from his mistakes and is essentially trying to move on and move forward with his life. But his friend makes a valid point, and I'm so glad that he says this. And the fact that, oh my god, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense how you can say that. But again, like this dude Gunner, he makes a valid point. You and your sister might have made up James, but shit like this, it doesn't die down. It doesn't go away. And if anything, for you to have a life as a public figure, especially a public figure on the internet, this shit is going to stick with you your entire online career, or for as ever long as you're on the internet for. James, your name is going to be associated with committing incest, dude. But with him opening up to people about something so sensitive, one could assume that he's trying to redeem himself for his heinous acts. When the situation made its rounds on the internet, mostly Twitter, a lot of people weren't too pleased with James's actions, so he made a formal statement on his Twitter account. I have to admit about the sister thing, it did happen, but only once when we were just kids, and it was consensual. Anything else about me being a pedophile or grooming on minors, my apologies, is not true whatsoever. Those messages are over 4 years old to a 13-year-old, while I was only 16. Therefore, I was a minor myself. I made a mistake when I was a kid, and I didn't know it was bad. But wait, what the fuck? You didn't know that fucking your own sister was bad? But those mistakes I made back all those years ago don't define who I am today. I'm a completely different person. I will be taking a break since the threats and the false accusations have taken a huge toll on Claire and I's mental health. So yeah. Now I'm gonna be real with you guys. I never heard of James Bear or his thick ass girlfriend Claire until this entire situation unfolded and I heard about it my damn self. But obviously he's a fucking degenerate and his actions reflect that. The fact that he's going on to say that not only did his 9-year-old sister consented, which is beyond retarded and doesn't make sense, but from the Twitter DM and his statement, he contradicts himself in the Twitter DMs. He said that this whole thing continued with his sister from 2013 to around 2015-2016. As of the statement, it tells us that it only happened once. Now, just by him contradicting those things, maybe he doesn't want to think about it, which, you know, totally understandable. But at the same time, you're having these type of accusations. You're having these type of things being said against you. Like, you can't really just try and hide from this shit. You have to confront it, or else if you don't and say the wrong shit, you might just be canceled, and probably for the wrong reason if you didn't do this. But from what you initially said and from what you have told others, you did it. You made it clear that you did this. So I really don't understand why you're saying that while you're changing the story, contradicting yourself, saying that, oh, it happened once, or, you know, it was consensual. Dude, though it was consensual, it's fucking wrong. Damn right it was bad, but it's fucking wrong, dude. It's wrong. But at the same time, I'm happy that discussion is being made around this in regards to who should have a platform, especially bad actors on the internet. And personally, frankly, me, no bad actor should have a platform. No bad actor should be successful on the internet. But of course, you're gonna have some people that's gonna disagree with me on that, and honestly, that's cool, I guess. But this discussion on how somebody can be successful and have a successful platform and community, and so far the discussion is just taking place on Twitter, especially with some people having a problem with the format of the document. That's why I didn't want to read it, because it seemed like it was just too much for just this situation. Like 182 pages. Like, come on, like, seriously, just tell us what he did. Just tell us what he did, and basically that's just fucking it. And if you have any proof towards that, we don't need any extra screenshots. We don't need any other BS or any other cancer that's not going to contribute to anything that you're trying to say. It's not going to work. But if you want me to be real with you guys, and if you want me to be honest, I hate cancel culture. Who loves cancel culture except for the people who's trying to cancel people for views, for clicks, for clout even. But I hate it. I hate cancel culture. But this dude is fucking disgusting for having naughty no relations with his sister. Like, I never heard of anything like this on the internet. I guess right now we'll just have to wait and see whether his fans will accept him or even condemn him. Will remain to be seen for right now, or more or less rather, a lot of people, or not a lot of people, if you want me to be real, aren't actually talking about this. It's mainly being talked about on Twitter, and I feel like that's going to change in the next coming days, next coming week or so, as more and more people are going to learn about James Bear's degeneracy. My apologies, but just talking about situations like this, I'm just trying to cope with jokes and trying to laugh, because this shit is fucking disgusting. Like, I don't know how else to put this, but it is fucking disgusting. That's why you hear me chuckling a little bit. That's why you hear me say little sly shit. This is my way of coping. Like, I know that's some retarded ass excuse to not take this shit seriously, but honestly, I'm trying my best to take this seriously, at the simple fact that there's a fucking victim in this, and he fucked his own sister, his own little sister. Oh my god. But like I said, it seems like for right now he doesn't really have, he isn't really getting canceled at the moment. As of right now, his channel seems to be performing well with the algorithm, and he has a loyal fan base, and that's raking in millions of views. So honestly, if you want me to be real, we're just going to have to wait and see for how this is going to go, how this is going to transpire. But until then, guys, I'm going to have to end the video here, because this is too much cancer and I might need some chemotherapy, and I'm not trying to be offensive about that. But guys, like I said, if you are new to the channel, if you are new to this video, then by all means hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're old, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the channel, guys. This has been your boy Jason, the Only-Face General himself, signing out. Peace. Damn, I think I need some fucking bleach after reading and all this shit. God damn it. Now James Bear, I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just I just need to know, with all this going on and stuff, this is going to be very weird of me asking this. My apologies. I don't want to be this guy, but is Claire single?